Does anyone have a lantern? Yes, I have this Coleman USB powered lantern. What's going on? So today I'm showcasing my Coleman USB powered lantern. This one's via power bank, but you can connect to any USB port in the wall, computer, you name it, it'll power it. Now, the why. Why would I modify this lantern to be powered via USB? Well, I'll tell you. So I got this lantern about a week ago on Facebook Marketplace, and I got it solely for the CPX battery. If you watch my previous videos, you know the CPX line got discontinued. It had a good concept on paper to have interchangeable batteries. One battery pack used regular batteries and the other battery pack was rechargeable. But the bad about that was that battery pack would not recharge after a while. I think even after one use. So the line was kind of dead after that and they didn't want to fix it, I think. So they just discontinued it. So every time I see a cheap lantern on a sales site, Marketplace, Craigslist, I'll buy it and I'll try to sell the battery or use the battery for myself. But since I have enough on my, I have about 4 CPX6 compatible devices, I just got to just try to see if I could help someone out with a battery there. So since this lamp was so cheap and I didn't need another lamp or lantern, I went ahead and just kept it for parts, spare. And I told myself, I say, hey self, why don't you make it rechargeable and use a USB power bank since there are so many of them? So I got into tinkering mode. I grabbed the AC to DC power supply. It was from 3 to 12 volts, I think. And I put the selector to 4.5. And then I was like, okay, USB is about 5 volts, so 4.5 to 6 should be safe. So I went ahead and got some alligator clips and hooked it up to the springs at the bottom there. And then it lit up. I was like, hey, great, it lit up, and then it died. And then what made it worse was I smelled the smell, the burnt electronic smell. So then I quickly disconnected it, and I was like, man, I retried it. It didn't want to light up anymore. I was like, well, there goes that lamp. It's dead, but you can't get the lamp deader. So I went ahead and opened it up, and I saw a piece on the circuit board that was fried. So I hooked up the alligator clips again to the negative and positive, and it started smoking and it was glowing. So I knew that was the faulty part. But it's not like me to throw stuff away. So I did a little bit of thinking, and I just went ahead and connected the positive and negative 4.5 volts directly to the LED light bulb that went into the top of the lamp. And it lit up. The lamp lit up. So I knew the circuit board was fried, so I was trying to find different points on the circuit board that would work. So I put positive on the switch, the selector switch, and of course the negative to the black, and it powered up. So I did some planning in my head and formulated a plan, and I was able to solder some wires around and just bypass the circuitry all in all. And of course I tested it, made sure it didn't light on fire or catch on fire. So this one is good to go. Let's quick look at this. So it was a CPX6 lantern, but it's a generic design of the lanterns. So for this I had to drill a hole. I took all this apart, all the black plastic pieces and green pieces and pieces under. I had to drill a hole in it to get the wire, USB-A wire, to come out. And it was an old, I think it was a micro USB cord that I had. Passed it through there, soldered it, made some good connections, put some strain relief so it wouldn't pull out. And voila. Originally, I wanted to contain the battery in the original battery slot or holder there, but I really couldn't find anything that fit. I had this, where is it? This. So I actually have 2 of these batteries, if you didn't notice, they're the same. And I put this on and it would light and turn off in about a second. So I was like, maybe the circuitry in this didn't like the lantern. So I plugged it straight into a USB adapter into the wall and it worked. So I went searching around to try to find something that would fit inside here. And I got this block. It's my work charger. It has the prongs here, so you can charge it while you're like at an airport. It has pass-through and serves as a battery when it's not plugged in. So this actually does fit fairly well. Need more hands. Inside, like I said, it's my work charger, and I didn't want to sacrifice it for that since I needed more at work than for this lantern. So I just went with the anchor route because in my graveyard of battery packs, I had this one, which was been around, it's been used. It was one of those types where it would work if you held a cord in a certain position to get it to make a connection. And I was trying it in here to try to see if I could modify it, maybe drill a hole and mount it permanently in there. And I plugged it into this cord. And I just tapped it there and it lit up. So now this is a permanent USB power bank for this lantern. It's zip tied to the back. I put some double-sided tape on it as well. You can see there. Just to keep it from moving. And since it works only with this cord, I just mounted it to it. You can charge it right there at the bottom via micro USB. Now this is version 1, so the mount is just zip ties. I've been thinking of other ways to try to mount it. Maybe drill a hole with a clamp type fastener, or wrap something around it to try to keep the battery in place, or even use different shapes of battery banks. But I haven't gotten to that point yet. This works for now, so we're going to keep it at that. The major modifications, like I said, was just drilling that hole there in the middle so the wire can pass through. And I did put a notch on the leg here. Where are you at? So when you put the lantern down, it was level. Just put a little bit of tape to keep the wire in place. Use a drill bit and kind of made a little area for it to sit in. So yep, there you go. Coleman lantern powered by battery pack or power bank. Now I'm not set up to film projects or hobbies I don't have a lot of space. So I'm just going to attach some pictures at the end and it'll show you what I did. Probably could figure it out. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.